Physical therapy felt like scaling a steep, jagged mountain, each session a tough uphill battle demanding grit and persistence. In contrast, psychotherapy unfolded like navigating a twisting labyrinth, where every turn presented challenging puzzles to solve, gradually revealing clearer paths through the maze of my inner life. The process of aiming high has lit a fire inside me. This mindset isn't just about succeeding, it's about finding joy in the pursuit itself. Now, let's dive deeper into the art of setting and smashing goals, because trust me, turning dreams into reality is a thrilling ride worth taking. Ever caught yourself standing at the edge of chaos, heart racing? Do you feel overwhelmed by the weight of it all, or does the challenge draw out a fierceness in you, a strength that surprises even yourself? How do you navigate that tightrope? Here's how I did. Life hit me like a freight train. One moment, I was zipping along, and the next, I faced an uphill battle. Welcome to Volume 2 of my journey, where I'll share raw, unfiltered moments of triumph and struggle as I redefine what resilience really means. Together, we'll set lofty goals and overcome obstacles, one step at a time. Let's ignite those dreams and chase after what truly matters. In a world that speaks louder than it listens, my speech challenges redefine what it means for me to be goal-oriented. Imagine communicating being an uphill battle, yet you hold on to your communication goals. You're determined to connect, achieve, and grow. My own struggle with speech isolation echoes the experiences of countless others, who must develop a resilience that most aren't even aware of. If you are ready for passion-oriented motivation toward your goals, pay special attention to these 5 individually distinct chapter summaries. They cover key aspects of the rebuilding myself process defined in my goal-striving mission. Each of these 5 chapters covers different aspects of the foundational accepting step in my goal-seeking journey. The other 2 steps, believing in possibilities and caring about others, are also highlighted and explained through clarifying chapters. Each of those steps also plays a crucial role in my goal-oriented journey, mainly because they are stabilized by the calming acceptance step. Chapter 1: Facing the Unexpected. Life doesn't come with a manual, but there are rules, and the unexpected consequences of breaking them can be severe. Imagine standing by the road, helmet in hand, wondering how in a split second, life changed, violently spiraling out of control. Facing the unexpected isn't just an encounter, it's the moment when every pretense shatters. It's as raw, and as permanent as it gets. It's a call to adapt, survive, and ultimately thrive. Chapter 2: Accepting Reality Increases Hopefulness. Acceptance isn't surrender, it's the gatekeeper of hope. When we accept the stark reality of our situations, we open the door to possibilities previously veiled by denial. Like watching the dawn after a stormy night, acceptance illuminates paths toward growth. In this chapter, we explore how accepting and embracing life's harsh trials can ignite the spark of optimism, propelling us forward. Chapter 3: Changing Negative Self-Talk to Positive Self-Talk. The narrative we speak to ourselves matters immensely. Our inner critic can drown out every ounce of ambition and motivation if we let it. It's time to flip the script. This chapter tackles strategies for transforming destructive self-talk into an empowering dialogue. By harnessing the power of self-affirmation, we can amplify our sense of self-worth and capability. Chapter 4: Growing Small Wins into Big Wins. Ever heard of the snowball effect? That's what we're digging into here. Small, incremental victories may seem trivial at first, but they hold the potential to accumulate into monumental achievements. In this chapter, I aim to inspire you to celebrate small victories, turning them into a launching pad for greater aspirations by showing you how my small victories gradually added up to life-enriching situations. Chapter 5: How Accepting Creates New Futures. Accepting is our target, but accepting is not the end, it's only the beginning. The journey of letting go of what could have been opens avenues to what could still be. By shedding the ballast of our past expectations, we find freedom to envision the futures we desire. This chapter emphasizes cultivating a forward-focused mindset, illuminating how acceptance shapes our destinies. Accepting is the key that enables us to embrace life's challenges, which is a pathway to hope. What if I told you that every setback, every hurdle could be transformed into a stepping stone? Life is unpredictable, a roller coaster of highs and lows, but it's how we respond that shapes our reality. Accepting life's challenges isn't passive resignation, it's a radical acceptance that fuels our resolve and builds a foundation of self-esteem and confidence, crucial for young minds teetering on the brink of adulthood. Imagine walking into a room full of peers, each with their dreams, fears, and insecurities. A vibrant landscape of potential, like an artist's palette waiting to be splashed with color. Here, post-accident me comes, hobbling in with my quad cane, feeling less in control than a timid city kid trying to ride a bucking bronco. But here's the twist, it's precisely those trials, the kind that make your heart race and your palms sweat, which carve out the most profound growth. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is our secret weapon, a transformative alchemy that turns pain into purpose. When I faced the reality of hemiplegia at 18, it felt like my dreams had slipped through my fingers like sand. However, by acknowledging my circumstance, a situation I hadn't chosen but one I now found myself in, I discovered the resilience that sits at the core of human experience. In a world that glamorizes perfection, young people today are bombarded with curated portrayals of success. Social media feeds explode with images of seemingly flawless lives, yet underneath lies an untold narrative of struggle. By sharing my journey, I hope to unveil the truth: life can be messy, unpredictable, and daunting. And that's perfectly alright. When we start to embrace our present realities, we plant seeds of hope. Acceptance lights the path to understanding that our circumstances do not define us, our responses do. Each day presents an opportunity to redefine the narrative. I was in an accident. I am now a brain-damaged hemiplegic, shifts to, I endured a catastrophic event, I am resilient, and I will continue to grow. Our inner dialogue can move mountains. Transforming the inner critic. Negative self-talk. It's a sly thief, stealing your dreams one thought at a time. School is a breeding ground for self-doubt. Am I good enough? Will I ever fit in? It can suffocate. But here's the revolutionary truth: you have the power to redefine that tape looping in your head. Replace "I can't do this" with "I'll find a way." Building hope starts within. If you don't already have positive self-talk, let's craft a new narrative for you. Let's build you some self-talk that boosts self-esteem and fosters an empowering mindset. When the neurosurgeon told me I'd never walk without a cane or drive again, I freaked, until I gradually learned what I want to say to you. Imagine walking into any stressful situation with a mindset of strength and calm confidence: I am capable. I am enough. Small shifts in thinking can lead to monumental changes in motivation and achievement. Small shifts in my thinking changed my rehabilitation mindsets from fearful and intimidated to, let's do this. Bring it on. From small wins to great victories. Where do huge breakthroughs begin? With tiny sparks. It's like planting seeds in a garden: you tend to them, honor the little victories, and, boom, flowering blooms. Celebrate every step, no matter how small. Set micro goals, whether that's completing a project, acing a test, or simply reaching out to a friend in need. Each achievement, however minor it may seem, lays the groundwork for something bigger. As I gradually accepted my situation, facing a lifetime of rehabilitation, and cultivated the goal-striving mindset, I realized an avalanche of possibilities I still had. The joy of learning flourishes for people who are open to exploring and capitalizing on new possibilities. Like me, you, or whoever else these people are, begin to realize that every minute of time invested and each obstacle overcome will, in fact, springboard them toward their aspirations. Looking towards new futures. Accepting and committing to change shapes our future from a canvas of fear into a masterpiece of potential. Like a caterpillar embracing the dark confines of a cocoon, understanding that transformation lies ahead makes the experience worth it. The beauty of acceptance is that it is not a closing of doors but rather the unveiling of new corridors. There's freedom in letting go of what you thought should happen. As we navigate through our obstacles, we empower ourselves to dream a little bigger. We dare to aspire. The fears that haunted me when the surgeon listed things I'd no longer be able to do faded. It's been replaced by a fervor to pursue new avenues. You, young people, have the world at your fingertips. Gather your challenges like they're your arsenal. Embrace acceptance, not just for its sake but as an avenue of hope. Each moment you face, each reality you accept fuels personal growth, building unwavering self-esteem and confidence. The world is our canvas, let's paint it boldly. As I wrap up today's talk, I want you all to hold on to one crucial message: goals are not just points on a distant horizon. They are your compass in the storm. When I was lying in that hospital bed, completely at the mercy of my body and mind, I learned that every day is a battle to reclaim your life. Each small goal became a stepping stone from the haze of confusion back to clarity. Remember, it's not about leaping to the finish line, it's about those little victories that keep you moving forward. Consider this: every ambition you have is born from the same desire for growth that I feel every time I push myself beyond my comfort zone. I know what you might be thinking, but Al, I'm just a student. What do I know about tackling life's big challenges? You know plenty. You're already faced with daunting goals. The grades you strive for, the friendships you nurture, the passions you pursue, these are all goals. When I speak to you about setting goals, I'm not just talking about the big dreams like career aspirations or financial freedom. I'm talking about the everyday goals that can transform how you view yourself and your world. Set a goal this week, even a small one. Whether it's finishing a book you've been eyeing or reaching out to a friend you haven't talked to in a while, it all matters. I want you to take this journey with me as we dive deeper into what it means to set, pursue, and achieve your goals. Just as I had to relearn how to speak and move, you will find your own path in crafting a future that reflects your passions and desires. Each of you has the power to turn your dreams into reality, don't ever underestimate that. You'll hear my stories in the coming sessions. You'll witness my struggles, my breakthroughs, and, yes, my setbacks. But through it all, I am determined to show you that with each goal you set, you're unearthing a piece of the future you want to create. Let's embark on this journey together, let's turn ambitions into achievements. Lying in that sterile hospital bed, my body a battleground of bruises and fractures, the world felt unbearably distant. My life had turned upside down after that motorcycle crash, plunging me into a 31-day coma, followed by 5 months in the hospital. But it was during my rehabilitation sessions, battered but alive, that a rehab psychologist helped me understand a brutal truth. Acceptance isn't surrender, it's liberation. As the psychologist guided me through deep breaths and difficult conversations, I started to peel away the layers of anger and frustration. Accepting my situation was an incredibly high goal. Accepting doesn't mean giving up, rather, it became a compass, pointing me towards possibilities I never imagined. I discovered strength within my limitations, learning to adapt rather than fight against the tide of my new reality. With acceptance came clarity. I began to set small, achievable goals that felt monumental, lifting myself from a chair for the first time or taking a step without assistance. Each accomplishment opened new doors, invigorating my spirit and propelling me forward. Instead of a life overshadowed by pain, I found corridors of hope, filled with the promise of growth and resilience. Acceptance transformed my journey into one of discovery, revealing not just a path to recovery but a roadmap to rediscovering life itself. The moment I stepped out of the hospital, reality hit me like a freight train. Rehab wasn't just another appointment on my calendar, it was the arena where I fought to get my life back. Speech therapy was my hardest battle. Every word felt like a heavy stone in my mouth. I remember sitting across from my therapist, frustrated, as she guided me through tongue twisters and simple sentences. I wanted to tell stories, share jokes, connect, yet each sluggish syllable screamed, "Look at me, I'm broken." I didn't crave genius, I just didn't want anyone to think I was a fool. Then came physical therapy. My body felt foreign, disobedient. Learning to move again was like taming a wild beast. I'll never forget the first time I stood up with my therapist's steady hands guiding me. Each wobble brought back feelings of fear and determination. As a hemiplegic survivor, overcoming my body's limitations became emblematic of reclaiming my life. But it was psychotherapy that changed the game entirely. In those sessions, I peeled back layers of shame and fear like an onion. I confronted the ghosts of my past, and I learned to hold my relationships gently, instead of tightly. It made me realize how much I had relied on others' opinions to define my worth. My friends began to see me in a new light, not as someone who stumbled over words or struggled to walk, but as a warrior, fighting back and rediscovering joy one day at a time. This journey doesn't end here. For those of us who let it, it can be a new beginning. For me, rehab became the cornerstone of resilience, teaching me that strength is not just in movement and speech, but in having goals of vulnerability and connection. Whatever goals you decide are right for you, there are certain principles of focus and consistency that make it easier to maintain a motivated mindset. Having specific goals in mind makes it more likely that we'll accomplish specific things. The journey ahead isn't just about me crossing finish lines, it's about igniting a fire in you to chase your dreams with relentless zeal. Picture this: every strategy, every lesson shared, they aren't mere steps on a checklist but invitations to embark on this adventure with me. I want you to feel that pulse of anticipation in your veins, that same thrill driving me forward as I sprint towards my aspirations. Together, let's turn those distant dreams into vibrant realities, fueling the excitement and adventure of achieving our goals. Ready to dive in? Let's make this journey unforgettable.